Shaheed in motion. Opening carry of the game for the speedster, Devon Achane. And he is crushed in the backfield. Defenders firing through. Shut it down right away for a loss of yardage.
Every team makes an emphasis on winning first down, but as a defense, when you're able to take them back for a... Second and long, you can really become more of a pass-centric defense and really tips the scales into your favor.
So after the loss on first, here's 2nd and 14. Working out of the gun is Milton. His pass taken in by Shaheed. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5. From the shotgun, a throw from Milton. Carrying that ball loosely, and it is out. The Chargers have it. The quarterback was on the move, starting to gain some yards, but then he lost the ball. And the fumble's recovered by the defense.
And early on, Mike, it was actually a really good job by the quarterback, extending that play, getting some positive yards with his legs, but he decided not to slide and give himself up. He takes that hit, loses the ball, and now the defense takes over.
And he'll just get rid of this. Smart play to throw it away, and that'll set up 2nd down.
Nice example there, Mike, of the quarterback just being smart with the ball, understanding it didn't quite develop the way he had intended. Throw that ball out of harm's way, live to play another down.
They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. From the gun, it's Herbert. A throw here, right side, falls incomplete. Christian Watson, the intended receiver. And it's going to be 3rd down.
An incompletion there isn't ideal by any means, Mike, but I think that's one of those passes where he made sure that ball was either going to end up in his guy's hands or out of bounds.
Throwing is Herbert on 3rd down. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a 4th down. And no return forthcoming. It's a touchback and will come out to the 20-yard line. First and 10. They'll start on the ground. It's Achane. And that'll be a pickup of 3. Second and 7. To To the air. It's Milton. And good work there defensively. It's knocked away and incomplete.
What did he tell us in our production meeting this week, Mike? He takes such great pride in his coverage abilities, and after that play, it's pretty clear why.
Got to get it to the 30. Here comes third down. From the gun, here's Milton. That's over the middle and intercepted. Picked off by Deion Henley. And the defense comes up with the first points of this one. It is a pick six to make it a 6-0 lead.
And, Mike, we talked all week which offense was going to be able to strike first and play with the lead. Well, the defense, they had other plans. They're able to put the first points on the board by capitalizing with that pick six.
7-0 is our score as this kick is sent into the air. And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback. So on 1st and 10, here's Milton. 14 yards on the pickup there.
You know, Mike, I like everything about this play except the very end. You've already picked up good yardage. You've already picked up the first down. Now get down on the ground and protect yourself. There's no reason to take those shots.
Here's Milton now on 1st and 10. That's taken in by Achane. And he's not going to be able to get away. Good defense on the perimeter. It'll be a loss of yardage.
We call them safeties because they're usually the last line of defense, but not here. On this play, he's up there at the line of scrimmage attacking the offense, and he takes him down for a negative play.
On 2nd down, here's Milton. Off-balance throw. It's complete. And they're going to work this down inside the 45.
You can't teach speed. And a guy like this is just a nightmare for these linebackers. He's got a running start at them. You have no idea which way he's going to go. And he ends up just running right by you.
On the handoff, this is Achane. He'll be taken down after a gain of 2. They'll come up on a 2nd down and 8. Here's Milton. Shaheed with the catch. They pick up 17 through the air. Good for a Dolphins first down.
These crossing concepts are frequently used, Mike, throughout the entire game, all across the league. And what it does is it creates a lot of natural rubs. You run out the backside of the defense and rely heavily on the yards after the catch, and that's exactly how they're able to pick up this big game.
Nice job finding the seam. Gain of about 9. Just a yard short of that first down.
This just shows why you can't count on just one guy to take him down. He's a powerful enough runner. You gotta have guys coming in support when that first hit is made. It takes a team effort to stop him, especially once he gets going.
Throwing on 2nd down is Milton. The pass rush gets home, and he goes down.
That last sack is exactly why defensive coaches preach over and over. Just play the next down. Just continue to make them snap the ball again. You're one big defensive play from changing everything about this drive, and what once looked like a promising drive, following that sack, looks a little bit different now.
to the sideline. Nice job. They pulled that one in, but that is still well short of a first down. A first down there on a gain of 12.
I love the way the ball's been moving around to different guys this drive, Mike. I mean, it really keeps the defense guessing and off balance. And now, this defense is going to have to figure out how to keep this offense out of the end zone because it's first and goal.
Nowhere to go. He is taken down.
You know what they say about Murphy's Law, Mike? Anything that can go wrong will go wrong. He's had a pick six earlier in the game. Now he takes a sack. Fortunate for him, there's a lot of football to be played, but this has been a disastrous start.
They'll run this one straight ahead with Achane. And he'll get back maybe to the line of scrimmage, but probably going to be a loss of a yard here. So a little extra time to think about this third and goal as we've hit the end of the first. 7-0 is our score. And we're back at SoFi in SoCal. After this, the last two plays have gone backwards. Now it's third and goal. They'll look to throw for it with Milton. The pressure gets there, and down he goes. A sack.
The defensive coaches, they preach all week, Mike. They have to have relentless pursuit of this quarterback when he tries to extend the play. So often it results in a great play for the offense and a big pickup. This time, because of that pursuit, it leads to a big loss.
And that one runs out of steam off the crossbar. And they are not able to draw closer.
Not exactly sure what the issue was there, Mike. I mean, from this distance, you don't expect the ball to be short. I mean, at least get it there. But in this case, he hits the crossbar, and the ball bounces back.
Atwell sent in motion here. Using the jet sweep to the fake, they run it up the middle. The hole closes quickly. He'll pick up about 3. They face second down and 7. Slot receiver headed right. Shotgun now for Herbert. He gets it into the hands of Atwell. Well, he's brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up third down. They'll try to run for it. Here's White. And he is going to have the Chargers first down, and I do believe gets it by about a yard on 3rd and 3.
In real time from up here, Mike, I couldn't tell whether or not he got it at first glance, but I think after seeing the replays we have up here, it looked like he and his blockers got just enough, and they're going to be able to keep this drive alive.
Atwell sent in motion here. Nothing doing there. He'll go down behind the line.
And you could tell pretty quickly, Mike, that once the quarterback started chopping his feet, that there was nowhere for him to go. Great job by the defense, not only reading quarterback run, but getting him down behind the line.
After the loss of 3, it is 2nd and 13. Out of the gun, here's Herbert. This one complete. Right side, it's Watson. And he'll be very close to a first down. Won't quite have enough, but now a much more advantageous spot.
Seemed like the receiver, Mike, ran through like 5 different open zones, but once he found the one that he liked, where the quarterback was expecting him, You see him do a nice job throttling down, secures the catch, and he's able to pick up a nice gain.
You don't need much. It is 3rd and inches. The man in motion is Watson. And it looks like he's going to have the first down. The defense is right there, but a gain of 2. Good enough for the first down. Now Herbert. He's got a man. It's CeeDee Lamb. And they'll take this down inside the 35.
Anytime you're facing a zone defense, you're working from your first progression all the way through. But when guys are open in this level, Mike, they don't stay open very long. So what they taught us as receivers, if you're open, stay open. And if you're not open, you better get open quick because that ball is coming out.
He'll find his running back, White. And he's close to another first down as he's brought down just shy of the marker. A good spot here, 2nd and a yard. Throwing again, Herbert. Hit as he throws, and it is incomplete. Just couldn't deliver that one the way he wanted to. Not really sure if there was much there anyways. We do know it'll be 3rd down. On 3rd down, it's White. And he is going to have the Chargers first down by about a yard. So they pick it up on 3rd and 2.
Really just the same approach that an offense would take on a quarterback sneak, Mike. You don't necessarily have to spring them for a huge gain. Can you buy just enough space up front to pick up 1 yard? That's exactly what they did. Pick up the first down.
And he's going to be taken down.
And a nice pickup there by the back with an explosive run play. And it's important to point out, Mike, this offensive play caller, he's still working off that opening script. It doesn't necessarily have to just be the first possession. Using formations, using run game and pass. Unmask the defense and understand where to take the play calling as the game unfolds.
And he'll take it on in. Garrett Riley. Touchdown Chargers. That's the 5th touchdown for him on the year. Point after coming up here. He's got it. And the Chargers move out on top 14-0. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. Now return coming from the 7. Now an opening past the 30. Less than 2 minutes to play in this first half. Greg and I return to SoFi Stadium after a short break. Now a 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. Play action. Now it's Milton. The pressure, too much, and he goes down.
When it starts bad, it has a funny way of ending up getting worse, and I don't think that could be any more true than it is right now. They're already down by multiple possessions, and after that start to this drive with the sack, they find themselves once again in a massive hole.
He'll pop this ahead for about 4, but it will set up 3rd down. Looking to throw, it's Milton. He finds Bell. That's caught. He's going to be brought down very close to that line to gain. They're going to mark him just a bit short. And now it's 4th down.
I think this is one of those plays that when the ball carrier watches this back in the film room tomorrow, he's going to be a little frustrated with himself. If he could just have made that one guy miss, he picks up the first down. Instead, he gets brought down short of the sticks. And now they got a 4th down decision to make.
He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Dolphins get their first points of the game. They trail 14-3.
Austin Steinberg set to kick off.
They didn't leave much time on the clock to put together a drive here at the end of the first half. And the kickoff's coming their way. This taken in at the goal line. He's across the 20 to the 21. That's where the drive will begin. Here's 1st and 10. And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And now we'll get a late timeout coming in the waning moments of this second quarter. So they go backwards on 1st down. Here's 2nd and 13. Pistol here for Herbert. He'll get rid of it and complete it. And he'll be taken down all the way up past the 45. On 1st down, Herbert. Oh, and he's going to go down. He could not get rid of it. And that's going to bring an end to this first half. So we've reached halftime here in this 11-point game. As we send you cross-country to the Sunshine State. That's where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. All yours, Coach. Coach, thank you. Back here on EA Sports as we count down to the kickoff of the second half. Both teams ready to get back at it as we get back underway here on EA Sports. The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. Throwing on 1st down is Herbert. That ball flutters to the ground. It's incomplete. Well, fortunate there wasn't a defender right there in the area. Could have been a turnover. Instead, it brings up 2nd down.
It's been a bit of a pedestrian game for this quarterback and ultimately this passing game here today, Mike. And I know they all would have loved to connect on that deep throw. I think that stat sheet would have looked a whole lot different, but just a little off in their execution and leads to an incompletion.
On a zone read, a give to White. And he's going to get this one out to the 43-yard line.
It's too early at this point, Mike, to really start thinking about the clock. You definitely don't want to go into a shell. But now this is the point in the game where having a good ground game really starts to take over. You throw to get the lead, but man, once you get it, that ground game, that's what finishes the game off.
On 1st and 10, here's Herbert. He's going to tuck it and go.
You have to admire when quarterbacks are willing to put their head down and fight for some extra yardage, Mike. Sometimes the juice ain't worth the squeeze. Get down, protect yourself, live to play another snap.
The man in motion is Watson. Herbert. To the outside, looked in by Lamb. A pickup of 12 yards. 1st down, L.A.
First and 10 at the 41-yard line.
On play action now, Herbert. Caught by the tight end, Wiley. It'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3.
It's not the big play they were hoping for, but first down efficiency, staying ahead of the chains, is what every offense is trying to find, and it brings up a manageable second down.
From the gun, it's Herbert. Oh, a lot of chances on that one. It was bouncing around, but it falls incomplete.
So the defense comes out in a cover 2 shell. What that means, Mike, is the 2 safeties are going to split the field in half. One guy has one half, and the other guy has the other. There are abilities to get down the middle of the field, especially if you have speed. But really where you can attack it is they don't have enough guys to defend all of the underneath zones, and if you run the right concepts with the right quarterback, you can pick them apart. Depending on the situation or the down and distance, Mike, the linebackers have different reads. Sometimes they read the offensive lineman, sometimes they read the running back. In this case, his read brings him right to the play. He's able to make a big stop and keep the game to nothing.
Too much leg there. That one's into the end zone for a touchback. The drive begins at the 20. Here's 1st and 10. From the gun, here's Milton. That one pinballs around, but it is incomplete.
Pretty unforgettable performance so far in the first half, Mike, and they're going to try to figure this out here in the second half and try to gain some momentum. Figure out what's going to work, where are our matchups, and let's go try to put a drive together and get some points, because so far this has been a struggle. They just cannot get anything going from here. Very positive returns on that run. I mean, really the only thing not to like is that they weren't able to move the chains. But you know what? The way he ran there, I think they go right back to him and see if he has even a bigger carry in him.
Downfield, got a man, and he's got it. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield. Set to go now on 1st and 10. Motion man is Bell. It'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3. Milton to the air on 2nd down, and this throw batted away and incomplete.
For the most part, he's been very accurate with the ball. I mean, he's completing over 60% of his passes, but because they haven't been able to get any big explosive plays, continue to push the ball downfield, hasn't really translated on the scoreboard just yet.
To the air on 3rd down is Milton. This offensive line just has no answers right now. It's another sack.
If they win this game, this pass rush is going to be a big reason why. The 5 sacks speak for itself, but their ability to disrupt the timing of this offense, that can't be overstated.
They will get away from that one, and they're going to have tremendous field position. This ball hits and goes out of bounds. They'll start this on the ground, and here's White. And he'll be brought down at about the 13-yard line.
Well, that run came at the perfect time, Mike. Anytime you find yourself backed up near your own goal line, the goal is to just start with 1 first down. They were able to get it here. Now you give a little breathing room, a little room to operate. Fresh set of downs. Keep this drive alive.
Herbert now on 1st down. A pass taken in by Watson. And they're going to mark him down right at the 30-yard line.
That's another Chargers first down. First and 10 at the 30-yard line.
Herbert now on first down. The ball deflected at least a couple of times, but it'll fall to the ground. It's incomplete.
So on a day where he's completed, give or take half of his passes, Mike, you have to imagine there's a handful of throws he'd like to have back, and I think that last one falls in that category. But the biggest thing, and most fortunately for them, they find themselves with the lead despite a bit of an up-and-down performance out of their quarterback.
Here's a 3rd down and 4. Another run here with White. And he is going to have the Chargers first down. They wind up gaining 8 on 3rd and 4. To throw is Herbert. Throw left side, that's Johnson. And he'll get about 8 on that one, most of it coming after the catch. It's 2nd down.
So the hope is when you call these underneath drag routes, you're trying to have your tight end come out the backside of the defense in space. So when you put the ball on him early, it leads to big yards after the catch. In this case, they don't get the real big play they were hoping for, but they'll definitely take it.
That one on target to Watson. And he'll be taken down, but they are in business inside the 30-yard line.
You can see this connection is just starting really to pick up. They're seeing the game through the same set of eyes, and that is the job of the receiver. What is my quarterback expecting from me? Where does he want me? Be there on time, and it leads to big gains like this.
A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. Shotgun now for Herbert. To the goal line and in. Garrett Wiley. Touchdown, L.A. That's his 2nd touchdown of this one, and he's got a half dozen for the year. The extra point is up and through. And the Chargers move out to a 21-3 advantage. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. He fields it at the 8. Nice job on the return. He's down close to the 35-yard line. So we are through 3. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Throwing on 1st and 10 is Milton. He's going to take a shot down the field. And he'll be taken down, but they are in business inside the 30-yard line. On 1st down, here's Milton. Now a screen set up for Achane. And he'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3. On 2nd down, here's Milton. A dive and a catch. Incredible. Still get a 1st down at the 1. 1st and 10, they go from the 11. And he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. Throwing on 2nd down is Milton. And he will not get away. Terrific open field tackle. Gets him down behind the line. 3rd and long. Get out of the gun is Milton. Gets it away quickly, and it's caught It'll gain some yardage here, but that is not nearly enough for the first down. It's going to bring up fourth down.
The receiver thought he had a nice soft spot in that zone coverage, and he settles down to give a nice target to the quarterback. But the defense had eyes on him the entire time. Secure rally tackle prevents that from turning into a big play. You find yourself down big. It's the fourth quarter. There's really no choice but to go for this at this point. But once again, this defense, they're up to the task, and they come through yet again with a huge stop.
The drive begins with a run by White. He finds some room across the 25. Still on the move. Inside the 10. And they won't catch him. He'll go all the way. 90 yards. Touchdown, L.A. They extend the lead, and it looks like they're going to extend the terrific start to this season. Greg, they are just a few minutes away from a 4-0 beginning.
Even since adding that 17th game to the schedule, so many coaches across the league, Mike, they still refer to the season as quarters. So they talk about, all right, let's focus going into the year on winning quarter number one. And I'll tell you what, at 4-0, it doesn't get much better than that.
And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback. So they come to the line for first down and 10. From the shotgun, a throw from Milton. This one, downfield, taken in by Higgins. Terrific start to this drive. Gain of 23 and a first down. To the air, it's Milton. That is caught downfield. It's Shaheed. What a way to start this drive. A second big play. This one for 22.
You know, it's really been a one-sided game, but how often do we see in the fourth quarter the team that finds themselves down by a lot, they start to come alive? I think it's a combination of trying to end the game on a positive note, but also sometimes that defense getting a little lackadaisical.
Now they are in business inside the 15-yard line. Space getting tight here, down to the 13-yard line. They work first and 10. Shaheed with the catch, and he will score. Rashid Shaheed. Touchdown, Miami. Well, it's not going to be enough, but at least they find the end zone at the end of a hard week's work. At least a little payoff with a touchdown, Greg.
Mike, you can just chalk this one up in the column of too little, too late. Give credit to this offense for not going down without a fight, but they're not going to have enough time to find themselves back in this one.
Down 3 scores, and it's late. They're going to need a few bounces to go their way. They'll start right here trying to get an onside kick. The kickoff unit is out there, and they'll send this one away.
You have no choice. You find yourself down big here late in the fourth quarter, Mike. You got nothing to lose. Give it a shot. Nice job here by the hands team recovering. They're going to take over possession.
Throwing on first down is Herbert. Open man, downfield, it's CeeDee Lamb. That is a big play for L.A. And even 30 yards.
If you want to score points at a high level in the NFL, you have to generate explosive plays. And after that big chunk pass play, they find themselves now down there in the red zone. And this is where you have to finish drives. Anytime you have a running back like this, it's more about just how many ways can you get the ball in his hand. He's had a great game today so far on the ground. Now they're starting to find ways to get him the ball through the air, and that is a handful for any defense.
And that'll be a gain of 2 and a first down.
First and goal at the 2-yard line.
So just under 2 minutes here in this one. Greg and I back for the conclusion in a moment. They'll run with White, trying to fight his way into the end zone, but they will mark him short, down at the 1. A little closer. Here's 2nd and goal. Atwell sent in motion here. They fake the jet sweep and will hand it up the middle. And he won't quite get in. Down to the 1, setting up 3rd and goal.
It's now 3rd and goal.
Slot man in motion right. And this is going to be a touchdown. They are going to extend the lead here in the final minute of play. Taking care of business on the ground to get the score. And Greg, the big guys up front, they deserve some praise on that one.
Absolutely, Mike. And it really only takes one guy to distort the defense and win his block. But in this case, give credit to the entire unit. They did their job, and they reward their offense with a touchdown.
No problem there on the extra point. And the Chargers will open it up even further here in this 4th quarter. So the kickoff team out there one final time in the final minute as they kick it away. This taken in at the 8-yard line. Oh, he's got room past the 30. And he'll be out of bounds on the return. And the drive will begin there. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. Looking to throw, it's Milton. That one broken up. It is incomplete. They tried the shot on 1st down, couldn't connect. It'll bring up 2nd down.
Well, not exactly breaking news here, Mike. They got speed on the perimeter that just not a lot of teams in the NFL have. So even though that ball falls incomplete, I think they have to continue to do it. Continue to pressure this defense and make them defend the entire field.
That's over the middle and intercepted. And the Chargers are going to get this back at their own 34-yard line.
When you find yourself in this situation, Mike, you're on defense, you're defending your own goal line, you got to take some chances. You got to try to force a turnover and make a play and get off the field. That's exactly what this defender did. Takes a chance, bets on himself, and comes away with a pick to save them some points.
So this one is over. It's in the win column for the Chargers. They finish off the first month of the season perfect as the victory runs their mark to 4-0. And that'll do it for my partner, Greg.